AskReddit by the Blanket Fort Pirate. What's something we all just pretend no one does, but in truth we know we all do it? Making up fake scenarios in our head. I have literally cried over scenarios that weren't real. Trying to fart carefully so that it doesn't make too loud of a sound. Unless you're alone. Then I'm trying to recreate a sonic boom. Make snap judgments about people based on their appearance. This could be anything from race, gender, age, clothing, hairstyle, facial appearance, etc. We make these judgments before we have time to think about it. It's almost instant. None of us like to talk about this because some of these judgments are controversial. I've read someone say to not judge yourself on your first thought about a person but by your second. Your first thought is instinct or society telling you what to think. Your second is who you actually are. When you go into an aisle in the grocery store and you see someone in front of the object you're looking for, so you pretend you're getting something else all while hovering near them waiting for them to leave that area so you can get said object. I told my wife about an experience at Walmart where 3 people were blocking the bulk cheese bags while having a full-blown reunion conversation. It's the cheese section. There was no reaching around the double cart blockade. It's a high traffic grocery section and deserves some respect. I was too polite to say anything and did a couple of loops until they finished. They were blocking the cheese, plain and simple. This is now a household phrase used when someone's in your way, frequently parroted by my progeny. Stop blocking the cheese. I'm now the butt of an eternal joke. FML. I'm sure there's actually a term for this, but the thing you do when you're upset or hurt and then attribute it to something that feels more respectable to be upset about. Like instead of crying because you're mad that someone forgot your birthday, spirals into the long history of wrongs that person has made. Because it's embarrassing to say that you just wanted to be a special boy for a day. Happy birthday, bud. Procrastination. I was going to say that, but I waited too long. Convincing yourself in your head that everyone around you is doing things perfectly and at full efficiency and expect the same of the people around them. No? Just me? I feel like I'm a moron that is just hiding my uselessness very well. I don't know if we all do it, but open a card and pretend not to see cash fall out while reading the card. Haha. Gotta hit M with the all-writer card. Let's see what it says. Assume you are above average intelligence. I usually assume I'm either the most galaxy-brained human to have ever lived or a complete dumbass. It really depends on the day and on what I'm doing. It is not the picking of the nose that separates us, but what comes after. My dad, 2015. A. Eat it. B. Put it in a tissue. C. Stick it to nearest hidden surface. D. Flick and let universe decide its fate. Look up words that people use because we don't know the meaning even though we pretend to when they are talking. Like, I know I'm using the word in the right context, but if someone was to ask me what it means, I could not tell them. Intrusive thoughts that make us question whether we're secretly psychopaths. The dark ones are a healthy sign though. I ruminate on a certain one I had because it scared me and my therapist said it's because it's so out of character that even the thought hurts you more than you could ever hurt them. Making up conversations in my head before something important. Like I will say this and then the response from other person might be this. Sometimes it can go for 10-15 minutes before I snap back to reality. Especially arguments. I can have both sides of an argument with someone all by myself in my own head. Scratching your crotch. Pinch and twist. Winning fake arguments in your head. Hey, it's better than losing a fake argument in your head. Picking your nose and finding that root boog that feels like it's attached to the base of the brain. One of the best feelings in the world. Read messages from the notification bar then pretending you didn't see the message only much later. I occasionally turn off my Wi-Fi and data, read the message, close the app and then turn data Wi-Fi back on. It seems to work. Recently I had to insist that my wife knocks loudly and waits before opening my son's bedroom door. I really had to explain why FFS. I know he's constantly jacking off, but he would be mortified if anyone knew, especially his parents. Me and my brother shared a room in high school, and so we could only ever do it in the shower or on the toilet. My dad caught on but my mom never really did, and would get incredibly mad when we would spend 30 minutes going to the bathroom after countless events of her knocking on the door and yelling, "What's taking you so long, come on out," every 5 minutes. My brother eventually got fed up and yelled back, "Shut up mom, I'm masturbating." She didn't do it anymore after that. Tell small lies, particularly to make us and others feel better. I generally try really hard not to lie, but there will be times when I subtly change a number just to make a story sound better. It's a weird compulsion that I can't seem to change, although it only happens probably twice 3 times a year. Reading comments texts multiple times after posting them, just to let the fact that you're a modern day Shakespeare settle in. The amount of time I spend looking at my own posts messages and pretend that I'm an outsider looking in is embarrassing. Judge other people. Deleted. Fantasize about doing something someone you shouldn't. Man, I could just jump off this building, couldn't I? No brain. We do not want to die. Yes, we technically could do that though. Deleted. Especially when it would be at a suspiciously late hour. I'm a night owl. At least email has a delay send option. Thinking about embarrassing moments. I will find myself having flashbacks to stupid shit from primary school like 2 decades ago and reliving that. Like, bro, you're probably the only person who even remembers. Let it go. Panic clean before guests come over to then apologize for the mess. Edit. I've come to the realization that this was all just a humble brag attempt by my mom. Until you start having no panic, then you stop cleaning. It follows that you stop apologizing for the mess. And finally you stop having visits. Complain about others speeding and saying they are going too fast for no reason, but giving ourselves a pass because what we are late for is really important. Also, everyone is a terrible driver except me. Kids hide their profanity from adults, and adults hide their profanity from kids. Because both sides must maintain the illusion that the other side doesn't know that they know profanity. I still remember vividly the first time I heard my 13-year-old boy loudly exclaim "fuck" through an open window. He was carrying groceries in, and dropped a gallon of milk on the pavement. It was proper usage, and I couldn't bring myself to yell at him over actual spilled milk, so here we are. Smell our own body odor. Talking to ourselves. Well, where else am I going to get expert advice? Take shits. It's something the vast majority of us do at least once a day, and could not be more natural, yet it's so taboo. I know people who almost shit themselves at school avoiding being known as the person who used the toilet for what toilets are for. Once a day? Must be fucking nice.